when I went, I was up pretty much on the way down. You know, I was pretty well finished. Whatever reason, I mean, you just pretty soon you just don't have it anymore. You know, and so I was pitching for Jim Bunning in Toledo, Ohio, and the Toledo Mud Hens. They come around, this guy named Jerry Walker, who was a scout from Japan. I had actually played with him in the minor leagues with Cleveland. He says, hey, you want to go to Japan? I go, yeah, I want to go to Japan because money, you know, they pay big money there. So I played about half season with Toledo. My record's 1-6 in Toledo. At a certain point, they tell me you got to get over now because if you don't get there now, you can't play the second half. I had to be in Japan by a certain date, so they got it all arranged. So I run home, run to L.A., go to L.A., sign these contracts. I'm signing a 2-year contract playing Japan. What, $30,000 a year, tax-free? Oh boy, this is good money. I mean, that's as much as I was making in the major leagues. So anyway, I run to Japan. I get over. I got one American teammate named Gary Justat. I don't know if you may have run across him. So I played for the Padres and played for a couple other teams. Great guy. So he's my helper. Well, if you've ever seen this movie, Mr. Baseball, this is me. Okay, this is me. All right. Except I'm not the hitter, I'm the pitcher, right? So I go over there, and the first day there, we got this meeting with the owner. They have a big dinner. They invite me to dinner, and they got all these officials from the club, and Gary's there. And so we're sitting around, and they bring the soup, and these guys are going like that. And I'm going, I said, Gary, God. And he said, no, that's what you want to do. So really, so I pick up my ball and go, yeah, sir, yeah. So anyway, the first game I pitch, I win the game. We're playing in a place called Hamamatsu, Japan. And it's way out in the stick, out of nowhere, right? And that's the team I'm playing for is Nippon Ham Fighters. And I said, what's a ham fighter? I said, no, it's Nippon Ham. It's the name of the company, and the fighters are the name of the team. So I thought it was a ham fighter. What the heck's a ham fighter, right? So Japan's a wonderful place. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been there, but God, what a beautiful place. So people are wonderful. Well, anyway, so I win my first game. And so the manager tells me, okay, you're going to be pitching in the third inning on a certain date. And I go, what? You're going to pitch in the third inning of a certain date? And I go, third inning? How do they know that? Sure enough, I'm pitching in the third inning of another game. They take the start out, put me in the third inning. And so anyway, I got through that game and this and that. Well, then they got me in the bullpen. I hardly ever got to pitch. So they got me in the bullpen. And so I'm warming up, and this pitcher's just getting racked. He's getting racked. So the manager goes out and talks to him. Okay. So you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Warmed up bullpen. So they go back. He gets racked some more. Manager goes out, takes the catcher out of the game. Took the catcher out of the game. I'm still warming up. So a couple more hits. Okay, finally I go in the game. And so a couple more hits, I'm out of the game. I'm in the locker room with the catcher who just got taken out of the game. And so they do that. If you make an error in a game, they might take you out of the game as a player, right in the middle of the game. They don't want to. They take you out of the game. So anyway, so the rest of the year there was just miserable. I was miserable, you know, because I never got to play. And so I'd go out and I'd sit in the stands in my street clothes and be watching these games. And I don't know if you watched Japan baseball in those days, but it was the slowest game ever. I mean, just boring watching these games. They have a 3-hour time limit on the games, and the games are never over with before 3 hours. Okay, if it's tied, tie game. Whatever. Well, anyway, so I'd be watch one inning. I'd head to the bars. You know, I'd go to the nightclub. I'm gonna party. You know, so they probably caught on to that. So because I was single, you know, and one thing led to another, and pretty soon my baseball season's over with, and they wanted me to stay for spring training. Spring training? That's next. No, we have spring training after the season, which I guess they call the instructional league here, right? So no, I ain't doing it. Okay, so I go home. Never hear from him. Finally, I get this letter. Said you've been released. Okay, well, my contract says they release you at $2,500. Okay, so no check in him. I'm looking, where's my $2,500? Can't find it. So call the commissioner. He looks at my contract and said, you signed 2 one-year contracts, not a 2-year contract. I said, I did? Yeah, you signed 2 one-year contracts. So he said, you can get it. You can get the money if you want to go back, but it probably costs that much to go back, you know. So anyway, passed in Japan. Anyway, so I kind of, when I got back home, I started looking around for a place to play. I thought I could still play, and I wanted to go play in Hawaii. You know, that was a AAA. That would have been a nice place to go play. Well, never got that offer. Well, baseball expanded in '76, and all I had to do was keep playing. And I think they, 76 or 77 they expanded, but the manager in Hawaii was Roy Hartsfield. Roy Hartsfield was the first manager of the Toronto Blue Jays. And if I'd have hung on, I might have got a shot to play with the Toronto. But anyway, so a big break was I met my beautiful wife, Rosie. We've been married for 38 years now, right? 38 years. And she saved my life. So if I had not met her, I'd be dead by now, I promise you. So.